I think we are. I hope we are. If we're live, say hello in chat. Let us know. Let us know if you can see us and hear us okay because we're on the backup plan. The backup of the backup plan. A whole new backup plan. I'll just shut up about backup plans. But as you'll notice, we didn't have an intro. We didn't have a bumper. Eh, that is what it is. But we do have this awesome looking duck over here that's Boris food.
Boris food.
Hopefully, Boris doesn't go after the duck. If you see Boris moving towards the duck, let us know. And we will catch him before he does. All right. Are you guys seeing us? Are we live?
I think we're live. I have an ad, and
Says
so
we're
does Happy
live.
Trails. They have a college ad, and I have soap for dudes. I don't know. Lori Bryant says hello, but she didn't say she sees us.
Happy Trail says we look amazing. So we must be live.
Okay.
All right. Well, hello there, parapeeps, and welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travels. Let's talk paranormal live. I am your host, Sean Donnelly.
I'm your co-host, Marianne Donnelly.
Kind of a little delayed opening. Sorry about that. On today's show, our topic is going to be emotional triggers. And you are going to help us with this show. We had a chat earlier in Twitter, and I'm like, oh, that might be a good idea for a topic today on the show.
Yes, because you had something different planned.
Yes, I did. And sometimes plans falter. That's okay. We can roll with the flow. Marion's still watching ads over here.
I
So
am still watching ads. It says I have another minute and 51 seconds left on ads.
well,
yet.
you can skip and we could save the 4 cents and get back with the show. But you're watching chat.
That's all right.
though,
I'm watching
correct?
chat in it. Yes.
All right. Okay. So things are a little different here. We're using StreamYard today. I don't have OBS going. Oh, now it says Stream Health is good. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is that
So, hey, I'm getting adjusted.
I just show up.
Yeah, she
That's
just
how I
shows up.
roll.
All right, so I can check these off. Bumper. No. Say hello. Hello, everybody in chat. Hope you're having a great Saturday. As you're coming in, please let us know what we're going to ask them. Your favorite dessert. Put that in chat. What is your favorite dessert? Because people eat on emotions sometimes.
That's true. They do.
I know.
They hate on emotions a lot.
I know a big bowl of ice cream makes me happy.
I like crunchy things.
Yeah, like a bag of chips.
That'll work.
Yeah, that'll work. Okay, see. Do you like StreamYard, or just adjusting? I don't know. We're getting there.
This will be
Let's
the
see.
very
This
first
is our
one.
first live stream using that, so we'll see. We've been on live streams with StreamYard, and I liked it. I like this. Watch this. Ready?
Uh-huh. What does it say?
Animated Adventure says I crave spicy a lot.
Oh, I thought you were gonna hit on the one that Happy Trails Hiking told me what to do.
See, that's going to
Go
be the problem
directly
because
to your right.
I can't
Directly.
see.
Nope. Down. Down. Nope. Up.
Up.
Up. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there you go. That
This one?
Yep.
Here we go. What's this say?
It says for me to get you some ice cream. In fact, I have
so
two
now it's like
containers of ice cream in the
whoa,
freezer,
wait,
and
there
I
we go.
bought him some drumsticks today.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a drumstick after dinner. Yeah.
And
Hey,
that is totally gonna help me fit into my dress for my sister's wedding.
we got 11 watching. I think it's time we get Boris to. Oh, we can't do that.
Oh, I was going to say, thought you were going to say it's time to tell everybody who's here so that we could start talking about what they're all saying.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and do a roll call? We'll get the show on the road.
Okay, let's do that.
Oh wait, before we do that, we have to thank our show and channel sponsors, supporters, not sponsors. You don't like sponsors,
No,
supporters.
Supporters.
Where's your? Oh, the list isn't here. Can you remember?
So you've got Lori Bryant, Happy Trails Hiking, Timey Lives, AJK Services. I can't think of our insurance agent.
Mark Cole Agency.
Mark Cole Agency. Don't tell Mark. Is that it? Oh, and my sister, BUB Unique.
And how can they become a channel while we're off tonight, man? This might just get deleted. I don't know. No, we can't. Show number 69. We can't delete the video. Can't delete it.
No. So how could they become a channel supporter?
Yeah, there we go. That's the words I'm looking for.
You can become a channel supporter.
This is throwing me so off. I'm like,
you become a channel supporter.
Chris Mowing,
by giving a
$5 or more Patreon supporter on our Patreon page, patreon.com/panicdvideos.
There you go. That's better than what I was coming up with.
All right. Why don't you tell them who we are?
No.
Sean, Marianne, Donnelly, owners of panicd.com, darkshadowghoststories.com, a lot of other websites. One I'm going to talk about today.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. panicd.com is a database of over 900 locations across the United States and territories that have paranormal claims. In that database, we document the history, the paranormal ghost stories, and folklore. Any evidence to support or debunk those claims. In November of 2017, we started a series called Our Haunted Travels, which features over 300 locations that we've been to on our YouTube channels and in our books. And now, yes, debuting today, you know about that, right?
Yeah, I do.
We have a new blog site that you can go to that is ourhauntedtravels.com. Finally, after 2 years. Dun, dun, dun. If you're into the history, paranormal videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe. What are we doing?
No, just keep going.
Oh, okay. Sorry, what? New t-shirt idea? For what? Ice cream makes me happy?
No, I'm sorry. What?
Oh, I'm sorry. What? Oh, I get it. Okay. This is a train wreck.
Okay.
I knew it was going to be because it's just throwing me off.
Yeah,
That's okay.
He's a little weird today.
What a weird week.
All right. So are you done with that?
Yeah, go ahead. Do the roll call.
All right, great. So if I could.
Sorry.
We have Animated Adventures, Budget Bushcraft and RV Life, Chris Mohan, Country Girl Rock Fam, DGH, Steve's Darlington Ghost Hunters. He changed his name a little bit. It's a little harder to say for me now. Happy Trails Hiking, Lori Bryant, Annette Reagan, Yankee, Marty's Crew, Our Family Adventures.
Wait, do you say Yankees here?
Murad's Hunt. I assume he is. Murad's
okay. I was
Haunted
say, showed up in chat.
Adventures.
Oh, you just remembered to say hi to Yankees.
I did.
Okay.
And Pusha Studios. And then I don't know if there's anyone else. Marty's Crew, Our Family Adventures is here. I don't know if there's anybody else I missed that wasn't in that little list there. But if you were, I am sorry I have missed you. And please say hello so that I can say hi to you.
Okay, what's next?
Do you like my new lipstick?
No.
You don't? I bought it today to go with my dress for my sister's wedding.
No, I do. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. You're fine.
It's a burgundy dress, so I thought I would need something a little darker.
It made your face look a little whiter when we went live for some reason. Okay. I don't know. But hey, you look good. Did I tell you look good today?
Aw, thanks.
Save.
Lori Bryan says, I was going to say that Marianne's makeup and skin look great. Thanks, Lori.
So you get to do some shopping today.
I did. I went on several shopping adventures. Do I get to talk about my shopping adventures
now?
Why
don't you talk about your shopping adventures, and that'll be your eBay update.
Yeah, my eBay update today. So I have this zombie run that I'm setting up for my kids at the end of October. And let me tell you, okay, I love Christmas. Love Christmas.
I was going to say something else. How you get obsessed on these projects.
Well, that
too. It's like been zombies for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah. But
like
anyways,
the turtle,
I love
zombie,
Christmas, okay? But I went shopping today because I needed to get some stuff for the zombie run. There's hardly any Halloween stuff at all in any stores, but they're putting out the Christmas stuff. Halloween is like 2 months away.
Yeah, I had to go
Christmas
March for
is
Halloween.
longer. Yeah, I guess so. But see, I needed.
Why are you yelling? Don't yell.
I
I
needed to
can't
get
adjust
4
the
feet,
microphone.
so I
Don't
went
yell.
and I got 4 feet.
Needed 4 feet.
I needed 4 feet.
She needed 4 feet, so we got 4 feet.
So I got 4 feet. So I got a bag of feet. Why did I need 4 feet? I'm so glad you asked. Because I'm turning these into I'm turning these into awards for the zombie
I was telling people in Twitter chat earlier you're out shopping for body parts.
Yeah, I was. So I did shop for body parts and I got some. So I got feet. I needed feet.
She only needed 4 feet more. She got it.
I needed 4 feet and they only had 4 feet. I went to like 12 stores today and I found 4 feet. And that's
Wait, we're having problems with sound. Marianne sounds like she's in a well.
Better tell Lassie. Tell Lassie to get me out of the well.
Lassie, what's that? What's that, Boris? Marianne's in a well. No, seriously, do we have audio problems? Because I don't know how to adjust. Oh, you sound. Oh, okay. What's that, Boris?
Well, anyways, while I was out, I also got Sean a present.
Yes. Oh, we got to turn this one on.
You can
check this out. Oh boy, look at that. Oh. Does anybody not know what that is?
I don't know how.
Does anybody not know what that is?
Our channel doesn't know what that is.
Yeah, let's turn this on. You flip the switch. Check this out. Ready? You can't see, but there's green.
Lori Brian says it's a hot dog maker.
Yeah.
For
it's
ghosts.
a ghost trap hot dog maker.
I have that.
Figure out the whole move it so behind us or something.
And I also purchased
more on the to-do list.
And I also purchased something we talked about here on our stream a couple weeks back.
Marianne's haul today. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
It's the zombie Skittles. Time to try them.
No, wait. We've got more stuff to talk about. We'll try to tell you no. No, there's no way because I don't want people to see me vomit on screen.
Rotten zombie flesh is.
Nope. I'm doing it. You could do it.
Happy Trails Hiking says, do it. Twisha Studio says, yes, let's try them.
All right, crank them open. I'm not eating them.
So I wonder if I'll get a zombie flavored one. I wonder if they have one in every packet. That would be pretty funny.
I'm not trying them.
So here's the little zombie packets.
I'm interested to see what color they are.
They said that they're all colors. They say they match the colors of other flavors, so you can't pick them out.
No, they don't.
I bet you that's it. So, oops. There's this little one that looks like a tooth. I bet you that's it. There's this little one that looks like a tooth. I bet you that's the zombie
a
flavor.
Piece of glass.
Nope. That's Hawaiian Punch.
Are you sure?
Maybe zombies taste like Hawaiian Punch. I don't know. Wonder what this.
Yeah. It's now a review. Now we have a review topic.
What about this one? This one here is sort of like reddish brown on one side, and it's kind of bloody looking on the other. Definitely fruity.
They hit it.
They did. It's probably these green ones. Lori Brian says tooth flavored. I wonder what the chances are of getting one. Nope.
Is there one in every packet? Is that what you said?
I don't know. I said I wonder if they ship one in every packet.
It says beware.
Well, it says that on the package it says rotten zombie, chilling black cherry, mummified melon, boogeyman blueberry, putrefying citrus punch,
So Marty
and
says
blood red berry.
if one of them's pumpkin spice, he's out.
Nope, that's not on the list.
It's not on the list.
Mm-mm. Well, I'll have to keep eating these as we go through the show and see if I get one. Cause
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
All right, let's
All right.
keep moving.
All right, you keep on moving. All right. Let me eat one of these blood red looking ones.
All right, so I want to talk about our channel a little bit. Last week was premiere week. Thank you very much for everyone who came to the premieres, and we had little chat parties before the premieres. That was fun. Yes? Oh, she got one.
I don't know that it is or not. It doesn't taste putrefying, so
Just shove the whole handful in your
no, because
mouth.
I
I'm
want
sure
to
you'll find one. What did we do? We did riding the Lincoln train, and then we did the Flight 93, which we're going to talk about again here in a little bit, and then we wrapped up with Silver Bridge. Now, today's show was supposed to be a different topic, and next week's show is supposed to be a different topic, because the next 2 weeks we are going to be covering Point Pleasant on the channel and talking about Mothman, and Tuesday night at 6:00 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to do a behind a haunting on the curse. Help me, please.
The Curse of Cornstalk.
Thank you. Curse of Cornstalk, which is believed why there's been so much bad stuff that takes place in Point Pleasant. So, if you've seen our behind hauntings before, you know they're kind of like a forensic type analysis of a haunting, and that's going to kick it off Tuesday night, and then the next 2 weeks we're going to be covering locations that we visited and talk about. The following week on a Thursday, we're going to do the Mothman behind the haunting and talk about the Mothman. Next weekend we are actually not going to be here. Things change. Things change in a moment's notice with us.
Things have changed.
We're actually going on a trip. We're going to be live from Lafayette Hotel, I'm assuming. In Marietta, Ohio. So we're going on a trip that weekend. And then the following weekend, should we tell them? Should we tell them what's going on the following weekend? We got some people that's coming to visit. Oh. Is that going to be it?
No.
We're going to have some people come and visit us, and we're going to go to... Where are we going? We're going to...
Hale Farm.
Thank you. Where else are we going?
Some waterfall.
Waterfall. We're going to look for Helltown, which is around that waterfall. Then we're going to hit the... I think she found one. The face. Anyways, those people who are coming, Happy Trails Hiking, Matt and Kay from Happy Trails Hiking, and Lori Bryant's coming.
Yes.
Here, we're going to have an awesome adventure that weekend.
Pusha Studio says, why I wasn't notified? You want to come and join us?
You were just notified. I just notified you. There was no pre-notification. Or what do you mean about this going live? We're lucky we're live. I don't know what I did to make it work. I just got to figure out how to duplicate it.
I don't know if that was a zombie or not. It didn't taste great, but it didn't taste bad. I was like looking at the bag to see if that was like it said it was black cherry, but I don't know.
I don't know. You're throwing me off with the taste test over here.
I'm sorry.
Let's talk about the new blog site, shall we? Then we'll move on to our topic, because I think this about enough of this stuff.
Which date is it?
Which date is it? Which one?
I don't know.
I rattled off a bunch. Okay, so let's talk paranormal, which would be 2 weeks from now. Not next weekend, but the weekend after. Happy Trails Hiking, Lori Bryant, Kay and Matt and Lori are going to be with us wherever we're at. We don't know exactly where we're going to be at 5 p.m.
Right.
because we're going to do a bunch of stuff that Saturday.
Right.
Don't know. But they'll be on the show with us, and Kay's going to go. I think we talked about she's going to go live on the Facebook and do all kinds of stuff, and
yeah, so
it's going to be fun. We're just going to have fun.
They're going to come.
I'm not stressing.
They're going to come on the 20th, and we'll be with them on the 21st. So
yeah. So then the week after that, we'll have some videos about their visit and different places we went, and yeah.
So. What else?
Oh, I want to talk. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to have to switch things up here because this is going to get interesting. Let's see how this works. What does this button do?
I'm going to keep eating. Definitely not.
Oh, I got to hit that. Okay, let's see. Okay.
Well, Happy Trails Hiking says, not at Brandywine Falls. Well, they won't be able to hear us.
Okay, so hey, we got a new website, ourhauntedtravels.com, and I have been going in and put on, probably never even knew that we had, but I've been moving over some of the older posts, and basically these, once we finish up a video series, we'll have a blog post about it and a little bit more details. So like the one that we just did, the Flight 93, in these posts we will have okay, that didn't work.
What didn't work?
There it goes. We'll have a link to the videos, maybe. Of course, it's not working while I'm live. There's a video right here. Why it's not showing up, I don't know. There it comes.
It's just taking a while to make it.
Yeah, there. A link to the video or videos about the location, some pictures, and then some, text here about our adventures and experiences while we're there. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about that, and we'll go over this here in a little bit once we get back to the topic. Okay. How do I switch back? Okay, I'll go over here. I want that, right?
Don't seem to have this.
Stop. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, did I remove the audio? We sound okay? Yeah, share it out, because Sean don't know what he's doing.
So Supernatural Lost Adventures has come in. They just got finished eating, so they're saying hello. Pusha Studios is going to keep listening and cooking. So I hope it's not rotted flesh that she's cooking.
Oh,
but I'm going to keep
gross.
I'm going to keep trying to eat my zombie flesh. Skittles.
Second from the left. We can hear you now. Okay, I don't know what I clicked. Second from the left. Second from the left.
Well, that would be that one.
That's two people.
Mm-hmm. These blue ones are pretty good. It says they're blueberry. I didn't even know they had blueberry Skittles.
All right, let's move on to our topic. Are we ready? We've been live for 24 minutes. I think I talked about everything.
Okay.
So earlier today in Kay's chat group in the Healthy Living and for Normal People, or whatever it's called, the chat group, why I'm a part of it, I really don't know, because I'm not a normal person anyways, but great group. We were talking, and we got into talking about our Flight 93 memorial, and everyone was saying how, it was emotional, like they were emotional about it. And quite honest, when I was in the, watching it during the premiere, I was getting a little bit emotional, and I saw the video, I don't know, at least 13 times before I uploaded it to make sure it was okay. But being in that group atmosphere and seeing people's chats. And I think you made that comment earlier too, is seeing what people were saying about that video. It kind of like we got emotional about it. And we were talking about that in the chat, and I asked questions. I'm like, well, what is it about that video that really triggered the emotions? I'm trying to do the topic, and you're like doing
this is the one.
That's the nasty one?
That's the one. Roll call.
Glad you got it right at that moment.
I know.
Would you like some water?
Need another Skittle.
Oh, man.
Found the lobby flash one.
Let's wait till Marianne gets her composure, and then we'll get back on topic. It took me a while to get there.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have.
Is it nasty?
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good. This is not. Well, when they put a warning label on there that says "Be warned," is it worse than the jelly beans? See, yeah. Here, Sean, go ahead, try this. Oh, thanks.
I never tried the jelly beans.
Oh, you never tried the jelly beans? Okay.
Just in case anybody was curious, it was one of the ones that was the.
So
color
how do you feel? Okay, getting back, trying to segue back to the topic.
Yeah.
How do you feel about eating something nasty on a live stream? That's like.
How do I feel?
Yeah. How does that make you feel? What's it taste like?
It tastes disgusting.
Describe disgusting.
I don't know how to taste it to describe
just
disgusting.
Nasty.
Just nasty all around.
So like the people who came up with this flavor,
they had to have.
They just kept trying it, and they went,
"Ew, this one's gross."
There you go.
This one.
You got it.
Yeah.
This will induce vomit.
I wasn't opposed to vomiting, but I also only chewed a little bit of it, and then I'm like, no.
Would you like some water?
So Marty's crew, our family adventure, says she feels in the emoji this little green guy. Maury Brian says it's funny for the rest of us.
So how do you feel about zombies now?
I feel that I wouldn't want to eat
changing your behavior and your almost OCD obsession? So if I get like a bunch of these and I figure out which ones they are.
I just would like to point out that I literally had 2 left.
Yeah, you got down to 2. That was the second from the last
2.
one.
Yeah.
Maybe they did it on purpose.
Skunk and decomposing stuff equals rotten veggies. I kind of want to taste it again just to see for the flavor to be able to describe it better, but I don't want to stick it in my mouth. That's how I feel.
Do you think that she needs to taste that again so she can describe the flavor to you guys? Would that make this stream better? Let's them say. Should she do it or not do it?
I don't know, but Happy Trail says the rest of us are having different emotions about this. Animated Adventure says, yeah. Oh, well, hello, awkwardly, Kim. I'm glad to see you've joined us at this moment.
We apologize in advance.
Yes, it was the zombie Skittles I was eating. And Pusha says, of course. Lori says it's an experiment.
Well, if you're going to do it before I try to get back on topic here. Your face. Look, I just licked a dead skunk. Here.
I don't know how. I can't describe it.
Oh, man.
No, I don't. There's just no words. There are just no words for that flavor. I'm gonna eat a green one now.
I told you I wasn't gonna do it. There's just no words. So how does it taste? There's no words.
There's no words for that.
This is disgusting. Is this disgusting? Okay, so now help me get back on topic. Okay. I forget what I was saying. Right. What was I saying, guys? I don't remember. Oh, we were talking about the video, and and I asked, what was it about that video that really sparked the emotions? Was it the subject matter, the location that we were at, the music, how it was put together? And I think the number one thing was the emotions that we had when we recorded it, like when we were there at the beginning. You were real quiet. I was getting in trouble.
Yeah, you were.
I was getting in trouble big time. She's like, "Why are you going to do this here?" And I'm like, "Well, we need an intro."
And I said, I don't feel we should do one here.
Yeah.
So he was kind of in trouble a little bit.
So what triggered those emotions is what the question I was having, and that's what sparked off this, you know, thought for this topic today. Is why do certain things like that trigger certain emotions that we have? Kind of like you sucking on that rotten Skittle made your face look like. How did you feel about that? Did you feel like I wish I wouldn't have done this?
No, no. I mean, it's an experience. So it was okay. But I hate to see the little kids who get them for Halloween. So just throwing that out there. Unless you don't like.
Okay, so
kids. So,
supernatural loss of interest as being in the military is what made me emotional. Okay.
For me, I got emotional with seeing what the other people were saying and it triggering memories from me from that day when I was literally a very young teacher. This was only 99. This was only my third year teaching, so I was really still quite new. And I had a whole slew full of children that I was in charge of while they were getting this emotional information and trying to keep them calm because where we work, there's an air base in our town. And so our kids were freaking out that they were going to come and attack Newton Falls.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no, we're really a little town. It's okay. No, they're not gonna. Everything's gonna be fine. And I was trying to reassure them at the same time as having my own feelings towards the issues. We push all that back when we're in charge of other people.
Right. When you're within if anybody is in public service or safety or anything like that, or teacher or whatever, you have to.
Yeah.
Be in charge.
Yeah. So just I couldn't really feel much then, because I had to deal with kids. I had to make sure they were high school kids, but still they were very emotional throughout the day as well, and just keeping their mind occupied doing regular schoolwork and having this and their emotions and worries and things. And it was difficult. So then like when they were saying where they were and what they were doing, like I revisited that and was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I had to take care of those kids, and that made me emotional.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that when events happen, you are emotional about things, but then little memory snippets will trigger your emotion back to then, or may even make it worse than it was, just simply because it's a memory, and sometimes it's repressed memory.
Yeah, so Happy Trail says I was a third year teaching too. I had kindergarten that day. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything in Memphis shut down. Yeah. Flights. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, for us, for that video, everybody was saying that it was emotional to them, but just their emotions coming back to us made me emotional. Going there, that when I went there the first time, when I went to the memorial, the first time I went there, I was very emotional because I looked out at it and said, I almost worked this site.
Yeah.
The second time I went back, it wasn't as emotional as the first time for me.
Well, here's something that that kind of like brings us home too. I mean, I just found this out today when I was talking to your dad, when we were over at your dad's house. Marion's father's a retired Youngstown police officer, and he was on duty that day and actually saw the plane. It flew over us here in Youngstown at probably about 5,000 feet or less. He said it was low enough that he could read
the airline
on the side of the plane and wondered what was going on. So he was on patrol that day.
Yeah.
And actually witnessed that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that particular event and that video, and actually what I wanted to get back to the blog site is, okay, this is going to be interesting if I try to share this again. What we try to do, or what I'm going to try to do, and Marianne, you're going to help me because you helped me write this stuff too, is when we put these blog posts out. Okay, that's a different screen, but that's all right. We're also like break down the different areas and kind of walk you through to the best of our memory. If I want to do them actually when we travel, okay, so we can go back and remember before we make videos maybe, and then add the videos to it. But this is actually in the order in which we visited the location. That's the order of the actual blog post.
Yeah.
Now this one right here. I didn't realize that was on the back of my shirt. I just grabbed the Civil War shirt because we were going to
the Civil War
thing,
right?
And you're the one that actually caught that picture.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I remember you're like, what? What are you? Why? What?
Yeah,
what
why are you taking my picture?
Yeah.
What's going on? But so this is like in the order in which we visited the location. Right. So that's back to that now. Okay, so how do I switch this back? It's not going back. I stop screen there.
So it says talk about that. Well, you switched back.
I can
the actual like spot of impact you can't stand on. They do.
Yeah, I'll bring it back. Here we go.
Back. But walking the path is quite.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Is quite just you get this solemn feeling,
That's this picture
right
here.
Yeah. So what gets me most about this location is that the families actually did work with the designer and the architect to decide what things would go where, and they chose to have that boulder as the main portion.
Yeah, and I put that in the blog post, is that they picked it so it's a permanent. Nobody's going out to move that boulder. Everything's spinning. I don't know what's going on now. Why is it spinning? Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay.
But I think the way that they have it laid out, and the first time we went there, they didn't have hardly anything. They just had the wall and the path, and now they have the visitor center and the flight path and everything. And it's like the longer we were there, the less emotional it was. When we first got there, it was more impactful. But Pusha Studios says that Colorado Martini, when they did their interview with her, she told them that she was across the Pentagon building when the plane hit it, and her husband wasn't with her, and so for a day he didn't know she was even alive. That's my cousin and her husband are both, or were both, in the airline industry, and so for us that day,
I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know. You're just putting all kinds of fun things out there. It's like every time you click on a screen, it does something different.
There, that's what I was trying to do. So this picture right here to the left of it, which over here, this is the debris field, and if you follow that white wall there. These are panels there's a panel for everyone who was either a passenger or crew. Um, you follow that out, and that's where that boulder is.
Yeah.
It's off
Yeah.
to the left of that picture. But this wall right here separates the debris field from where you can actually walk, and you can't get past there. You're not allowed over in that area.
Right.
There we go.
Today was really the idea of
Triggers.
being
Yeah.
triggers for things, because you guys said that that video was so emotional for you guys as well. So I don't know where you want to go from here.
Well, how can that relate to different events or different locations? Like I've been talking about this for a while. I mean, this is like our generation's Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This is, and then different events with, like, well, my mom's generation. You have JFK and everything that happened 68, the year I was born. All these different events that take place that are shared. Those emotions are shared by the masses. You know, what can take place that triggers that mass of emotion is what I wanted to talk about. And once we're aware of these things, is there a way that we can, do we just, I don't want to dwell upon them, but be aware that, yeah, this is tragic. This is what happened. But what can we do so it doesn't happen again? Like, what can we do to stop the sadness and just realize, these emotions are there, these events are there. Am I making sense? Let's talk about these emotional triggers and what we can do, not just to help like ourselves, but to help others and of different things that happen in their life. Yes, that particular event or location or whatever is going to cause this emotion. How do you cope with it?
Well, that's like when I was working with Dr. White on the excavation of the cemetery that I was on, which is when I was going to be called for this. I took my students, a group of my students who were interested in it, I took them on a field trip to the location. And I took my school guidance counselor with us just in case, because even though they were interested in it and they wanted to see it, I wanted to make sure that if it was too real for somebody, they had somebody they could talk to, And so I think that that's important. Look for ways to get people the help that they need to deal with the issues that they're having and the emotions that they're having for whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be for the masses. It could be for just a single person too. But I know that like trying to prepare is important, but there's things like 9/11 that we can't
Right.
prepare for that.
What are your guys' thoughts? Let us know in chat, because I wanted to make this more of a group discussion,
Right.
like just on our video that we did, but just the outpour of emotions that we got from it. It's like, I think I said too earlier in the chat that we were in that we have other locations, in the places that we go and the things that we do. I don't want to say we're immune to it. We do have feelings and we approach it respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't want to say that I'm saddened by it, but I still want to cover them, because like what Pusha said here, future generations are not going to know about this stuff if we don't somehow document it. Here's what happened. Here's how it's being memorialized. Here's the history behind it.
Yeah. So that brings up a completely different question for me, or thought process for me too, is in today's day we have a lot of history that is being erased because
Yes.
of people's emotions,
Yes.
their emotional ties to
Well, yeah.
things. And so if we erase them, the future generations won't know anything about it.
Up against him.
Yeah,
Here.
you're
Oh,
good.
okay. Yeah, you're right. Not that it's something to
Dwell
celebrate.
upon,
I mean,
yeah.
or whatever, but that people are aware that this has happened. Not to dwell on the past either, but to document these are events in past history. These are the emotions that it causes. Now that could be a double-edged sword too. If you get somebody who wants to stir up those emotions, okay, I'm not going to go there, but you know, if they're discussed and documented, is able to kind of prevent tragic events and make people aware that, or am I getting way off topic? There's not a for this. I'm just kind of spinning it again. Did I freeze or anything?
Well, you're back over there. So.
Okay. So Pusha says they're cute furry friends videos.
And says there's a big lag in the UK.
Oh wait, cute furry friends videos. Oh, that's a channel. Hello. Okay. There's a big what?
A big lag in the UK. So,
for us?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how to fix that.
I think. What's this name? Okay. So BWYA Adventures says it's fun anniversary this year. They're having a significant thing happen for them that's going to be very good. So it's hard to think about something good on that date. But that's when it is. So even just tying dates to things is emotional.
So Lori says, you mentioned you didn't want to talk about any potential paranormal claims that may be there because it didn't feel respectful. Do you have the same feelings about other battlefields from history?
For me, I don't, because the battlefields that we go to, everybody knew what was going to happen there, and there was a lot of tragedy for everyone involved, the people back home, the people coming to collect the bodies from the fields, the people from that area, the soldiers, etc. But to me it just feels different because everybody knew what was going to happen when they went out on that battlefield. People didn't know what was going to happen to them when they got on that plane. Yeah. So to me, I feel it's different. And so I don't have the same feelings. I mean, obviously, we're still respectful when we go to those places. We don't go, oh, it's so dangerous or whatever. We don't do that. I mean, that's just not us to start with. But I don't have a problem expressing what other people said that they felt or experienced in those locations.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
It just didn't feel right talking about the paranormal at this memorial. I mean, to me, we've done other places and we've done videos about them and about tragic events and things like that. And it's like, I don't know. I don't want to say it's like we shut off the emotions. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's because we experienced this. And a lot of those things that we talk about, like the Lizzie Borden and things like that, those were the Civil War and that kind of stuff.
So Lori says, though, what about places like Pearl Harbor? To me, it was mainly a battle station. They were preparing for battle, so they had knowledge that something would happen. I think it's similar, but at the same time, I still see it as different, and the length of time is a little bit longer. Um, I think we would still
Well, I think it
present
gets
it
back to what I said.
differently,
That
but
didn't happen
in
in
our
our
lifetime.
lifetime. So maybe, because we have stuff at the Midway, the USS Midway. You know what I mean? That was a little before our lifetime,
Mhm.
and I, I was emotional in some of those places and respectful. Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
it's not.
Okay, that was
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This one was just different for me. It really was.
Yeah.
Um,
So let's see here. There was something I was gonna say. Oh, Marty's crew said 2 years after when I was leaving Germany and coming back to the States, my flight date was that date, and I never tried so hard to get a flight change in his life.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, who was it said that they had something going on the same date?
BWY Adventures.
Okay. I have something that we didn't mention. I didn't put it on a blog post that was, I don't know, it's kind of like the opposite actually. Sitting in a delivery room suite
Yeah.
when this happened
Sure.
with my dad and my mother, and my sister was getting ready to have my niece. And if you guys caught the train video, that was her
Mm-hmm.
that introduced it. So she was born September, what, like 12th, 13th, or something like that. What was her birthday?
The 18th.
We're watching the news reports and things like that. I mean, that wasn't on that date, but it was at that same time frame when they were the World Trade Center and stuff. They were still doing reports and things like that. So, and then that was kind of like, you know 9/11 happened, and then she was born, which was strange for me. you know
Pusha Studio says, I think it is because it's so public, it's still emotional and can potentially still affect families of the victims. I think that's true. I mean, most of the places that we go, they are 100 or more years ago, and most people aren't around anymore. So you do feel less intrusive, that kind of thing.
Most, you have to say most, because
Yeah.
look at Hillview Manor.
Yeah.
Hillview Manor closed down in 2004,
Yeah. Well, I said
which is
most.
recent
Yeah.
history.
Affected a lot of people either. That affected a small group of people.
Right. You're right.
Yeah. Um. So Pusha Studios said, "Would you do it if a family member would ask you to?" I'm not sure if that's tell them about the paranormal at a location that was a little bit more recent, or if it was victims' family members, or I don't know. I guess it would depend on what they wanted to know and what information we had. Think that a lot of times victims' families
I'm sorry.
feel
What was the
better.
question? I was trying to watch to see if this was going to drop
Would
out.
you do it if a family member would ask you to?
Cover the paranormal?
So I'm thinking that
Yeah.
that's so. I think that a
Well, if we
lot
were
of
asked to investigate or something, we would. I mean, it's not going to happen now because it's
Yeah.
a national
Yeah.
park. But yeah,
I feel that
but that
a
would
lot
be
of times
private
that helps family members if something
for closure.
positive came out of it. Yeah. But I mean,
We did have a case that had some sort of public. I'm not going to get into too much detail because of what I just said about being private, but did have some public news things about it that we worked on. It was a private case close to somebody who lives around us, and we did help feel better and
Yeah.
get a little bit of closure about that. So if we were asked, absolutely, but will we make it public? No, because
Yeah.
we would be, respectful of the privacy. So
On 9/11 of 2000, their first anniversary was that day. That would be rough. Um,
yeah,
Marty's crew, it happened in our lifetimes. I'm sure those who were around for Pearl Harbor may feel the same way. Agreed. I agree. Um, yeah, cute furry friends video says I remember the day well, waking up to it every uh every TV. Everyone was scared on that day. No one felt safe. It did change everyone's lives, and it did. It's one of those events that does that, and I think that's kind of the idea of today's thing was the emotional triggers and how even later on just remembering those emotions of that day can make you emotional again.
yeah. When it comes to, even if you think about the JFK assassination, I remember when I was younger, way before 9/11, where everyone would say, I remember where I was when it happened. I remember, and it's just the same thing with 9/11. Same thing with Pearl Harbor, World War I, World War II. You remember when
Challenger
these things
explosion.
happened, the Challenger explosion. I thought these happened, and I hope we're still streaming as I start going off on this thing because this is showing that we're spinning. It looks like the video's locking up, or maybe the audio keeps going. Um,
Yeah, hopefully it
are you
does.
guys hearing us still? If the video locks up, my chat's frozen. Are we live still?
Yes, I
Okay,
was
good
thinking
here. Is
about
the video
JFK and
freezing?
Challenger as well.
Is the video freezing, or and the audio keeps going?
It says you're still going. Still good. You're still going. Good
Okay,
here.
good. All right. But unfortunately, we are a species that is delicate as far as life goes. And things, I hate to say it, are going to happen. You know. Now, if you come to that realization, does that affect your emotions? Is that something to dwell on that could lead to depression and lead to, I'm not going out in public and being fearful and that kind of stuff? It's possible that it could go that far. What do you think about that
Yeah,
aspect of
I
it?
think that for some people that does do that, and even along that line, when my kids have problems, and I know that they're not doing well at home or whatever, I talk to them about using school as an escape, someplace that they can forget about that stuff and focus on something different to get their mind off of it for a while and stuff like that. And I think that you have to find that out or you will end up doing exactly that, not wanting to leave and blocking others out and just being depressed. And I think you need to find some way to get over the emotion with it's not like the emotion's going to go away.
Hmm.
As we just all said, things trigger us to remember it. But you have to find a way to work. I think that's the biggest thing is you have to find a way to work through it.
Gotcha.
So,
All right. Hey, we are at 59 minutes, according to that little clock up there.
okay.
Any other thoughts on this subject matter? Anybody in chat have any other thoughts you'd like to contribute to this? Because we've taken up almost an hour of your time, and we would like for you to get back to have your happy Saturday, the rest of the Saturday.
Yeah, cute furry friend says yes, it can. The pure fear of worrying, the what ifs is. And you talk about emotional triggers and things. going to cause paranormal claims by the events that happen, quickly, those quick tragic events, and do those kind of like we always say that that's why a lot of the locations are haunted.
Could be potentially haunted.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That, that emotion that we feel just continues on. If you can't find a way, then it continues indefinitely, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well,
like a residual
yeah.
type thing. That
Yeah.
energy's imprinted on that particular area and continues to happen over and over and over.
All right. Well, we are just about out of time.
Yeah, so I can't play.
Our
We're
outro?
coming up on 20 years. Yes, we are. That was 18 years ago, and people still, yeah. So we don't have an outro. So let's see. The videos should appear on me. So I need to come over here.
Okay.
So that the videos will appear here. Never mind. Forget it.
She
don't know what I'm talking about. All right, guys. We are actually going to wrap this one up. And close the books on it. Next week we are going to be live from, what's the name of the place? Lafayette Hotel in Marietta, Ohio.
Yes.
Live at 5. Someplace. If anything else, we'll be in our hotel room.
All right.
Right? Yes? Okay. So we got some Tuesday night. We're going to be doing the Behind the Haunting about the Curse of Cornstalk.
Yes.
6 p.m. Eastern is what we said. Yes? Kay from Happy Charles Hiking is going to be joining us on that one.
Okay.
And we'll go over why some of the stuff's going on, or did go on, because it now has stopped somewhat in Point Pleasant. Talk about the, Mothman and that kind of thing. And then next couple of weeks, we'll have some of that Point Pleasant stuff coming out. Yeah. And hey, ourhauntedtravels.com. I hope you won't be dissatisfied without, checking out that website and bookmarking it, or you subscribe to it, or whatever. You can follow along better on Our Haunted Travels.
For when we're on our haunted travels.
That's right. Okay. Places we go and things we do and things we see and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You going to eat some more Skittles after we're done here?
No, I don't think so. I think I'll give them away to the neighborhood children.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us and having this discussion with us. I know we were kind of like all over the place today, but that's what I wanted to do today, is have a discussion. Let's talk about things. Let's get it out in the open. I think it's better to talk about things, instead of sitting and feeling sad. Get it out. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay, guys. Until next time.
Thanks for watching.
And happy hunting.